Okay, welcome. This is USMC Vet. Today we're going to install an extended magazine release on a Ruger model 1022. Here's the new one, and here's the old one. I've already done this on one 1022, and we'll be recording this one on the second one. So here we go. First, get you a regular slot screwdriver, and as usual, disassembly. We'll take the front barrel band off, if I can get the screwdriver in here. Let me just kind of lay this down and do it this way. Okay. And just slip that right off the end. And we have our regular takedown screw here, and this is the magazine catch that we're going to be replacing. It's just flat, and when you work it with your finger, let's see if I can get this right. When you're working with your finger, it's sort of difficult to do that. Sometimes the magazine will actually fall down on your finger. So we'll just go ahead and take the magazine out, and we'll lock the bolt back. Check to make sure the chamber is empty. It is. Last week we put the magazine catch release on there, so now we don't have to mess with the mag release anymore. All we have to do is just pull the bolt back, and it goes home. So we've done the mag release catch, or the bolt release, and today we're going to do the extended magazine release. We have our one retaining screw here for the receiver. Loosen that up, but don't take it out. Okay, it's loose. Make sure your safety is about halfway through, and your stock lifts off the receiver. Put the stock away for a moment, and it doesn't really matter whether you take your two. Oh, yeah, you have to be careful. This one just kind of fell out. Her retaining pins, our trigger assembly retaining pins. Just push it out with a punch. Pull that out, and the trigger assembly comes out. We'll set the bolt aside. We've got our two trigger assembly retaining pins here. So the first one we do is going to release the hammer so that it's not under spring tension. So pull the trigger and release the hammer. It goes here. And at this point, the hammer spring will just fall out. Oh, it's supposed to. Okay, come on now. There it is. Okay. And we will then, I guess, this push pin here is for the extractor, and a little spring, hammer spring here. We'll put that aside. Then we will, let's see, we'll go ahead and take the hammer out, this push pin, and pull that, set that aside. And we have a hammer with two bushings and a ejector spring. So just be careful not to lose those two bushings. And then from here, the magazine release catch pivots on this pin right here, which also is the bolt release. So we'll just push that guy in and take him out. That should release the extended bolt catch. Now, what we did on the extended bolt release, there was a point of metal that came down, sort of made like a little point triangle, if you will. So we ground that off and gave this sort of a radiused look. You can see that. Yeah, get the screwdriver out of the way. So we gave it a little radiused appearance there, and that's what solved the bolt release catch issue. So now we'll put a little spring pressure on the bolt release, and this should just drop right out. It does. And so we'll set this down, get the new one, And same orientation, and we'll just push that in slightly, and this would just go in there and go just inside. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it goes just inside the spring tension on the bolt release. So there's a spring tension device here, and the bolt release, extended mag release goes there. So then we can position that so that we can see the hole, if I can figure out where that is. Okay. And use this white backdrop as sort of a guide to be able to line this up, and I can line it up. And we will insert this retaining pin, and this should go in pretty easily. There we go. Okay, so that's in. We're going to back that out just a hair so that this guy now can slide down in there. There's a notch on this piece right here. I don't know if you can see it. A notch that that this spring notch in the spring sits in this notch right here. So this notch will go in like that, and this hole here will be what goes through the pin will go through that hole. So if I can get that hole lined up with where the pin is, and that should be it. Yes, that's it. Okay, so we've got the bolt release reinstalled, and we've got the extended mag release installed as well. Remember, this would sit up even with the body of the receiver. It was difficult to push. Now we're going to have this extended lever here that we can work with. Okay, so now we're going to put everything back together. So we'll get the hammer with the two bushings, and the hammer goes in this way with the open slot back so that the spring can fit in like so. And then this spring with the indentation part goes down in order to rest upon that little catch that I showed to you just a minute ago. So we're going to lift that up out of the way, insert our hammer, and if I can see where the spring is. Okay, come on, Mr. Hammer. You can do it now. And okay, take the pin out so I can look through the hole. There we go. Okay, so now the hammer's installed, and we're going to make sure that this spring is up so that this can then rest on that notch, and we can get that down there, and it can rest on that notch just like so. So we should be pretty good to go. So we'll pull the trigger, release the trigger release catch, put the hammer spring back in with the bowling pin part up, and it goes into the hammer slot like so. So we'll drop that in there, put the bowling pin into the hammer, push that back, it locks into place. Then we have the ejector. The ejector is retained by the pin that also retains the springs. So we'll put the spring down underneath the pin, and we'll put the ejector on the pin, and then the pin through the bolt release catch. Slide that over and into this little slot here, and we're good to go. So that's it. It's pretty easy to do. So it looks like everything's functional, and no pins are missing. This is our old bolt release catch. So now we just have to reassemble the trigger assembly back into the receiver with our two receiver retaining pins. Okay, and that's it. So we reassemble the rifle and receiver back into the stock, thing to look out here for is make sure your safety is halfway through, but we've got a little bit more room on the synthetic stock than we do on the standard wood stock that comes stock issue, if you will. And we'll take our screwdriver and re-engage the retaining pin and the receiver, and then we'll give everything a functional check. Okay, that's back on there, and we've got our barrel retaining clip. You can choose which side to put this screw head on. I usually like to put it on the left side of the receiver. So we'll hope y'all can see that okay. It's kind of hard to see with a black strap, a black stock, and a black screwdriver. But that's it. Okay, so we're reassembled. We're good to go. We'll make sure that we can use our stock standard bolt release catch here. Push that in when the bolt is back, and then with the bolt release, it just goes forward like that. So we'll push that back, hold it, and then we'll. Looks like our extended mag release looks to be working okay. Now we'll test it out with a new 25 round BX25 magazine I just got from J&G Sales, I think it was. Had tried out a couple of these guys, and along with the two Marquartson or Volquartson extended mag release that you could get in either silver or black. So this guy locks in. He's there, and then with the extended mag release, out it goes, just like that, easy. So that is how you install the extended mag release on a Ruger 1022. Right, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Semper Fi.